are foreign students or they can be local students. So they can come here, they can learn 2-3 days to 2-3 months, or maybe 2-3 years.
Oh, wow.
So we also need to make agreement with foreign university according to their needs and the design of teaching methodology. We have to adjust with the practical learning here. So this is the idea of community university. So those women yesterday you saw, their education is just up to high school, but they can be professors in this university. To make to create a space for the women to be leaders. Even though no education, but still can be professors at their own university.
This is the map of their village. Map of this Tanjiro number 2 village. In this village, they mention the different house. They make like 3 different houses. This is the small house, and then the median house, the red one, is the big house, the rich family. And they mention the location on this map. This is the east direction, and the north side. There's a rice paddy field, and then on the west there's like a few days later. Yeah. And in 2005, with the teamwork from this village, they got the water pond for the water, because before this time, if they want to get water, they have to go to the other village very far from here, carrying the pot to get the water. And with the teamwork, they make the water pond to store the water during the rainy season. And from that lake, they got the purified water.
You grind it up, make it thin. Oh, please. Oh, no, that wasn't taking me far. Very, very nice weather. Are they waiting for me?
No.
Yeah.
ထဲတဲ့ပုံစံလေးလုပ်လိုက်ပကံများနဲ့ပကံများနဲ့ထဲတဲ့ပုံစံလေးI am very happy.
So am I. Jezebel. Very friends.
Normally, I provide this briefing information on the arrival day. But yesterday was, and I just find time now. So, to be short, I'm representing Action Aid, which is the international NGO based in Johannesburg, South Africa, previously based in UK. But Action Aid is a human rights-based organization, so we do a lot of, a lot of activity from the perspective of protection of the human rights. So all the activities in agriculture, in tourism, capacity development. So this is a cross-cutting issue is the human rights perspective. So and so forth. Since last 5 years, this community down here in Dry Zone, very poor and marginalized villages, we've been working for development of their own community through different activities, capacity development, and creating the space together for the women's leadership, rather than working together with men, but leadership role. So you have experienced that yesterday and today as well. The women, the mothers, but under the name of mothers, the women, they create a space. Because telling just only women's right, it doesn't work. Because of the norms and standards in the society, so it's not easy to have just the rights for women only. So the men feel discrimination. So we have to say mother's right. So the men agreed very easily. This is the point what the world should learn when talking about women's rights and leadership. Take the mother in and it work.
Yes.
And so what is the good things is that while we are working around here for agricultural system improvement, capacity development, education, the child education, but this is our primary focus before. But since last year, we start thinking of Plan B, because these things, the agriculture, because of climate change and the other problems, it may not work properly at the due time. So we must have Plan B, we realize. Then display the idea of tourism, and communities agree that, to be short. Then we advertise in tourism forum, and only Intrepid come. The other agency, when we make presentation about these villagers and their practices, democratic decision-making process, and how women are empowered, and how this reservoir was made in the dry zone where water scarcity is a high problem, the local agency doesn't seem like believing that, because in our country never happened that. Everything was top down. If government don't say anything, nothing seems to be happening. But here, government doesn't need to involve for the decision. People are discussed, agree, and they work it out. But a link with government for resources coming and technical support. So this is the thing. Then Intrepid understand about this community work, and he came here and he saw the advisory mother group. He saw the construction of the reservoir fathers group, the youth group, the child group, and Intrepid realized his visitors also will love to see them and will love to experience it. Then agreed that the timing, the prices, and the location, how to show activities. Then after a meeting with Intrepid, within 7 months, we finish up everything for rooms, activity, and but within that, hotels and tourism minister also heard about this news, because this is a very new project in this country, community-based tourism. It never happened in this country before, because government afraid foreign visitors going down to rural area, talking everything. That's they do not want foreign visitors to do so. So it never happened before. But just before the previous government and new government changing, that previous government starts relaxing something rules, and they fear to attract the people for voting to them. Then we just run in with this opportunity. So speak up. Then it worked. So Minister of Hotels and Tourism also come, and he approved on the spot. There's no hotels, so I approve homestay. The Intrepid say, oh, we don't have experience yet in this country, homestay, so we need separate room. Then Action Aid jump in, we will take care of that. Then things done. and all carpenters from this community. Every day, 50 to 100 laborers and carpenters, they work it out in 3 months, all done.
Wow.
But I was the civil engineer.
Supervisor.
Actually, I have no engineering background, but I have to meditate myself what the design should be. So I just recall by all my memory I visited, because before joining Action Aid last 8 years, I was a tourist guide. So I have experience of traveling around. So I mix all my memory and what is the design should be. I sketch down on the paper and give to carpenter, and they make it.
So beautiful.
So yes, what your contribution now is, Intrepid share $55 for each of you as a payment go to community directly. So your $55, because you are contributing 2 things here. One thing is financially $55. It goes $3 breakfast, $5 lunch, $5 dinner, $10 for nighttime entertainment, and $10 for the room, and $10 for community development funding, and $5 to grow a tree, and $3 for a cycling guide, and $4 for renting bicycle. So total $55 you share. It goes directly to community. They're so happy about that. This is their alternative livelihood and income generation apart from agricultural work. So their plan B seems very successful in terms of financial resources coming in. But second thing, the largest thing you contributed here is, the community at the beginning, they don't know you, who will be. Maybe you are very bad people as they used to see on the movies, gun shooting and killing. That they thought. But once they saw you, they realized totally you are very nice people. You're smiling, you're kind-hearted, and they realize, and this is one thing, start learning about the world. Then now the youth, the children, they want to communicate you more. They want to learn more. They want to know more about you. So it means their mindset start changing to learn about the world, rather than isolated, and rather than staying alone and doing no worries about the world or education. Now, mindset changing of child and the youth is very rapidly changing. They are so keen to learn English now, and they want to know more about the world. So this is the change in education. This is the part. All NGOs and government in this country pushing the people, go to school. But parents say, no, because our child after high school, we cannot send them to university. So it's better to stop after primary, because primary and high school, no different. The both can read and write, that's good enough. So they stop education at primary level. The child themselves also stop, because at age of 9, 10, they are very keen to help their parents at the farming work. So they themselves stop. So parents shut up their mouth. That's with the reason. No different even up to high school. So and so for education was cut off at the primary level. So we talk a lot. Please, and parents have a lot of reasons, and child also a lot of reasons. Now we don't need to talk about this. They do it.
They want it.
They want it. They go to school and they learn, but not the classroom based only. They go to school. Yes, they also start going out of the box now, not the classroom-based learning, but they want to know more about from different other channels to learn about the world. So this is the biggest things you are contributing.
Thank you.
One thing is financial. Second thing, the largest thing is education. Thank you very much for your contribution. So it's not acceptable under the perspective of community ownership and their rights. So we help technically to the travel agency and private sector to prepare the ground. Come on, every household, come on, let's talk about this and these other things. So you agree? Yes, okay, not good enough. We write it, everything, all profits, all income, and agreed by the private sector, Action Aid, and community. We sign together. So this is a document. So it will be not changed about the profits. Right. Because at the beginning, everybody will say, oh, big money. Right? Later at the end, very small money.
Yes.
Now, sign it and agree it, keep it a document, submit to the government as well to get legal support and political support. So this is the ground preparation.
every information is, share, so common understanding. So with this common understanding, people know the rights, what they should have. And so company or private sector, they also clear. So they will not try to hide the information. So things will be smoothly keep on. Otherwise they were stuck in somewhere.
Yes.
Where's the next of these being built? At the Intrepid comfort level, whatever, there's another one coming, Sue said, like this soon.
Yes.
Where is that one?
It's near the Irrawaddy River between Mandalay and Pagan.
Okay.
Another site.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Do you think that in time the villagers will get tired of tourists coming in on their bicycles every morning for breakfast? Or has it become part of their daily or their routine now?
Oh yeah, normally villagers, they are early risers because they have to go to farm before the heat become very high. So everybody in dry zone area, early risers.
Okay.
And they usually wake up around 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, wow.
They cook and they get ready before the sun rises up, go to the farm and come back before too hot.
Yes.
So they're very much used to it.
Do all the tour groups who stay here go to that one village for
Now,
breakfast or different
the
villages?
lunch and breakfast villages are rotating.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So for different group, different cook for lunch and dinner from different villages. There are 4 communities, so they rotate.
Also for dancing also?
But dancing is only one.
The one we wore this morning,
Yesterday,
yes, yeah.
yes. Because they have only this skill.
Okay.
The other village doesn't have it.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay,
We have to
shall we go?
Yeah.
Oh,